Hey, everybody. We got weekly market update. Thomas Bepko, Justin DeCrosta. We got Stamford to Madison now, Connecticut Shoreline. There's a lot going on. We got low interest rates, low inventory, high demand. We got a lot going on, Justin. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a crazy time right now. If you've been following us for the last couple of weeks, it's fluctuating every couple of days here, and we try to give you guys the best information so you can follow along the best way that you can. Recent Inman article. So we've been talking about low inventory, high competition. Well, they come out this week with a bidding war is crazy right now out there. So they're saying Redfin did a survey, and they're saying that more than half of submitted offers are receiving competition on those, which means when you submit an offer, there's going to be another one, two, or maybe three others that you're going to be competing against. Boston had the highest rate of all major cities at 72.4% of the time you are going to be facing competition on a submitted offer. Just absolutely bananas right now.
That's a lot.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's
72.4. The average over the whole country is 56%. So 56% of the time, you're going to be facing competition out there when you're submitting your offer.
Sounds like a good time to sell.
It does sound like a good, and Thomas is going to tell you in 1 second why it's also a great time to buy. So this 56%, they're seeing this. This is the second month in a row where they're seeing over the 50% threshold mark where you're facing competition. So two months in a row, you're going to be facing competition, and we're only predicting that it's going to be rising. Redfin also said there's fewer homes for sale currently on average across the country than there have been in the last 2 decades.
Oh
2 decades.
Good time to sell.
Oh boy, is it a good time to sell. It is. We've been saying it for weeks, and then every week we're seeing more stats to back up what we're seeing out here in the market. And although it's a great time to sell, TJ, let us know why it is also a terrific time to buy.
So right now, Freddie Mac did a survey last week and talked about mortgage interest rates dropping and the amount of purchase applications of an increase. Last week, we had a 3% increase on purchase applications. Freddie Mac also said rates have not been this low in the last, almost 30 years of data. Rates have not been this low in the last 30 years.
1971.
When you think they can't get lower, they keep dropping. National average right now, 3.03. That's down 0.04. It was 3.07 last week, down to 3.04 on the 30-year. The 15-year fell to 2.51. I saw a rate yesterday at 1.75 with a lot of fees, but I saw it 1.75 on a 15-year fix. I couldn't believe it. That meaning it's also a great time to buy. Make your offers strong. Leverage the low interest rates. I mean, we could talk about this forever. Let's get into the data, but markets are good. Good time to buy, good time to sell. Mortgage interest rates are low. We do need inventory. If you want to sell, it's going to fly. Let's talk about the Shoreline, baby. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Starting from July 4th to July 10th, our new updated roster is Madison to Weston. We continue to expand the towns that we cover. So overall theme of this past week over this time frame, been down, going down again. Surprisingly, maybe the 4th of July weekend, maybe slowed down. Who knows?
Big travel week or big hangout family week. No.
Definitely a big family week. And, people are going less on vacation, but definitely a lot of people taking that weekend off as a long weekend to chill with the family. So let's get into it. Madison, again, like I just said, they're also down. They're down half in closings, and then they're just down a little bit and under contracts at 23 from last week. Branford, pretty steady, down in closings, but under contracts remain pretty steady there at 24. East Haven down about 10, 33 last week, 20 this week in East Haven. New Haven, again, very steady, but no increase, no big decrease there. 24 under contracts compared to 27 from last week. West Haven, again, 28 last week, 22 this week. Closings are down, and as we'll see, listings are continue to decrease across the whole shoreline. Milford saw a nice bump here, 35 under contracts last week, 45 this week. Closings once that went down to 7, more than half, and listings fell about 12. So under contracts good, but we're still lagging in those listings. Stratford, big week last week at 54 under contracts. This week fell down to 37. Closings fell. Listings there stayed steady though at 23, only down a few.
Good market.
Yeah, Stratford very, very strong the past couple of weeks. Bridgeport down a little bit, 57 last week for under contract. This week 43. Closings down more than half, and their listings down about 10. Fairfield was absolutely on fire last week at 97 under contracts, went all the way down to 56. We were hoping to break that 100 threshold that we set at 97 last week. Didn't happen, went down just about half, so big drop there. Their listings also went down about 5 on average.
Big inventory issue in Fairfield.
Huge. As you're seeing last week,
everywhere. Everywhere.
The demand is there. The demand is there. And then once those all got under contract, clearly you're seeing with the listings going low, there's not any properties for these buyers to put offers in. Norwalk. Last week, another big week for Norwalk, 62. This week, back down to 49. So we're seeing those listings really dwindling away. Stamford, also huge week. Almost had that 100 threshold mark under contract at 97. This week fell all the way down to 67, and their closings fell hugely too. They were at 30 last week, only 4 over this past weekend. So we're seeing the ebbs and flows, right, TJ? It's going high, and then it's coming back down because of the listing shortage, coming up high and going back down again.
Wave of listings come up, they go back down.
That's it. That's really it.
Property goes up, come back down. So yeah, I mean, you could see it, but again, I mean, the market, the data supports it, right? You're going to list, it's going to move. I mean, it's
Westport, 46 last week under contract, this week 44. So pretty strong there. Listings about the same, only down a few from the week before. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Westport. So pretty strong, pretty steady there. Weston had a good week, 22 under contract, up about half from the week before. Listings, they're up just a few from last week. Closings went down as well. And then the market overall, total closings in the whole state of Connecticut, 512. Total new listings, 1,116. So that was down the listings from the week before, just about 300. And then you're seeing it in the numbers, right? So the week before, more listings, a lot more under contracts. This week, less listings, a lot less under contracts. Waving, ebb and flow, ebb and flow.
And just when you think the mortgage rates are the lowest they've ever been, they drop. Right? 3.03. So again, it's a good time to buy, to borrow low. If you're thinking about buying, it's a good time to buy. That is why the demand is there, right? The supply, on the other hand, once it comes in waves, it goes on, it comes up. People aren't selling as fast as people are buying, right? So it's good to see. Let's check in. I think the fourth that it had something to do with it, right? Be interesting to see where the market goes next week. Let's see what rates do. Mortgage applications are up. People are applying. So let's see. I don't know, man. Any predictions?
I know it's crazy now watching it come in these waves. I mean, we keep holding out hope that we're going to get these influx of listings. They don't really come. They come up a little bit. They all get snatched up. They go under contract, and we go back.
Multiple offers. And then they get gone.
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, for sure. Keep an eye on there. As always, we're going to bring you the most up-to-date and accurate information here along the Connecticut shoreline. Yep. Leave a comment if you guys have a town in here that we omitted from our list that you're curious about. We'd be happy to cover it. And if you see an article out there too that you'd like a little input from the professionals, we'd be happy to comment on that as well.
Absolutely. We'll tune in next week. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the weather. It's summer. We'll talk to you soon.